welcome to this vlog, all you amazing, magnificent, magical, radiant, glorious, powerful, energetic, infinite spiritual beings. In case you have forgotten, that is who you truly be. And yes, I start out all my vlogs reminding you of who you truly be, because let's face it, this reality was designed as a distraction reality. A distraction reality so that we forget and we pulled on this amnesia spell to forget the powerful beings that we truly be. That we started thinking that we're these small, limited, finite beings, and that is so far from the truth of who we actually be. So just know that in every single second of every single minute of every single hour of every single day, you are this glorious, big ball of energy. And we get confused because we only see this finite, this very solid physical avatar, which is actually just an illusion. It's completely made up of our thoughts and our emotions and our belief systems, and we've made this so real. But remember, this is our physical avatar that is here to guide us through this particular incarnation, and each and every single incarnation that we're having here on planet Earth School is about spiritual evolution. And we forget this because we get so caught up in the game of life, and we're chasing things. If you have a look at my last vlog, it was all about that we're designed to attract, not to chase, but we forget this. So we're chasing money. We're chasing our dreams and we're chasing our goals. And it's not what we should be chasing. We should literally just be standing still, so connected to the universe and to our spirit team and to our higher self. Because when you're connected, you always know where you are meant to be, because you allow yourself to be guided, divinely guided to the most divine place at the most divine time, to meet the most divine people and to have the most divine experiences. But when this world gets too loud and the distractions are really loud, I tell people to switch those distractions off. And it's what I did in the last couple of months. That is why there have been no vlogs. The distractions were really, really loud. So I stopped going onto YouTube, even to look at other people's YouTube channels. So shut out all of that in order for myself to receive divine inspiration that was true to me, that was coming from my guides. And don't get me wrong, social media is an incredible way for us to receive divine guidance. Even if it was created for something different, the incredible magic that happens when the universe and the angels and your spirit team allow you to just maneuver through and visit this page and to visit this person's page or to visit this person's YouTube channel or whatever it is, whatever social media platform you are using. It really is incredible. But sometimes there can be just so much going on that you're not entirely sure if you're actually following your own divine wisdom and your own divine intuition. So when that happens, it is more than okay to actually just switch all of those distractions off. Because when you no longer actually, it's interesting how we fill our times with these distractions, that we tend to then, when you don't have the distractions, you have the space and you have the time to sit and journal, to sit and meditate. And yes, in the beginning, it's one of these things that the ego fights you on. Why are we meditating? I don't feel like meditating. I don't feel like doing yoga. I don't feel like journaling. I don't feel like pulling my cards. That's when you want to be doing it the most, because that is like this breakthrough barrier in order to get through, so that you dissipate all of that stuck energy that is just there because it thinks it wants to protect you, but it's just keeping you in very familiar patterns that are just no longer serving you any more purpose. So when you have the space and you have the time and you're able to pull a couple of cards, like if oracle cards are your things, you pull a couple of cards, you receive some messages, and you're able to actually journal what comes up for you with those cards. Sitting in meditation, it's the most beautiful way to receive guidance. So many times people think they need to meditate to shut off everything. And yes, thoughts are always going to be there. It's one of those things, but you get to direct your thoughts in terms of, is my body relaxed? Am I breathing correctly? Is there a mantra that I'm possibly focusing on? I'm connecting to spirit. This is incredible. I've dedicated this space to really be present with what is, and to be present with my breath, and to be present with my body. That's when all this beautiful divine inspiration gets to flow. And if you've been feeling stuck in your life and not too sure on which path or which direction to go, again, it's just because there's been so much noise and so much distraction, and our guides and the universe are always chatting to us. They never leave us. They always have our backs. We just don't tend to hear them because the world is so loud. So when you're having ringing in your ears, I promise you there is nothing wrong with your ears. It's not tinnitus. It is your spirit team trying to get your attention. And because they're on a much higher frequency and vibration than us, it tends to be like we've got this constant ringing in our ears. But when that happens, just realize that you're getting these nudges from divine spirit, from your higher self and the universe. So create the space. Take the time to create the space to sit with your journal, sit with some oracle cards and your journal, or to sit in meditation, or to do some yoga, or go out in nature and actually have a walk to receive this information. Because remember, we are receiving downloads. That's what the term is used for this conversation that is happening between us and our spirit team all the time. It's this download of information that is coming through. And there are so many beautiful insights in those downloads. And yes, some of the times it's going to be uncomfortable because they're going to ask you to shift things up in your world. But it's going to feel so light that you're going to be like, I definitely want to create this change, because creating this change frees something up. And remember, we're not here to be stagnant. We're here to evolve. We're here to expand our knowledge, which is actually remembering, because there is so much vast knowledge that we actually know that we know that we know. But when we're on this earth plane, because of the way things have set up with the distraction, there is this amnesia spell. We tend to forget. So as we start going through different courses and we start reading different books, we are remembering information that rings so true with us. And a lot of the times, the stuff that rings true to us is that we are energetic beings. We're spiritual beings. We're multi-dimensional beings. We are quantum warriors. Everything that we desire, we can pull in from the quantum field. And when your vibrations are in the most beautiful, beautiful frequencies, love, gratitude, harmony, you're just so blissfully happy with your life. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you require a lot of materialism stuff. Nothing wrong with materialisms until it becomes a distraction. But if you've got these beautiful things around you because they create joy in your life, if you're following joy and you're feeling joy, you are in alignment with what it is that is truly being asked of you by spirit to keep stepping into and to keep choosing something different along your path. So remember, we're here to evolve. We're here to expand. When you're stuck in those distractions, you're not going to be able to hear the guidance that is coming through. So create the space. Create this time to create the space and allow these beautiful divine inspirations to actually start coming through to you, because you're here for a greater purpose, much, much greater purpose than we can possibly ever imagine, because it's not only about us, it's about the collective. So it is so important for you to just acknowledge that it's about you, yes, your journey and what you're achieving, what you're creating, and what you're attracting. It's also the bigger picture of us as a collective, because we are all one. It's the very first universal law. We are all divinely connected and connected. So please remember, if the distractions are too much in your world, you are the one who gets to direct the energy to turn those distractions off, to create the space and to create the time, and get really present with what it is that is required of you by your spirit team, by your higher self, by the universe, and just be open to the wonderful opportunities. Because remember, we're not meant to be stagnant. Everything changes. Energy is always changing. Energy is always moving. So the comfort zone is the place where we have become stagnant. But if you are always making sure that you're stretching outside of your comfort zone, which means you're open to learning new things, you're open to reading new things, you're open to hearing new things, you're open to possibly moving if that is what is required, moving house, moving city, moving country, moving jobs, moving relationships, whatever that might be for you. Because remember, each and every experience that you're busy pulling into your life is being guided by your higher self, because it's part of your experience to grow, to evolve, and to energetically expand. So just a really quick vlog, just to touch base with everyone, to let you know I'm still alive, still radiating magic. And if the world has become too loud for you, turn down those distractions and allow yourself to actually radiate as the beacon of light you truly be. Until next vlog, lots of love, lots of magic, lots of blessings, and I'll see you next time.